Tell me something. Anybody here say them find cocaine in the White House? Yes, them find cocaine in the White House. A little plastic bag of cocaine. I know it's who for one. Believe you me, can't hide at all. I know it's who for one. You know when them see them things, so that dangerous thing that them start to evacuate this and evacuate that and go find out and go check and them realize there's cocaine in the bag. I don't know if him fingerprint upon the little bag there, you know, because I know say if the FBI come inside there and see that bag, them now go take it up with them bare hand. Them go put on gloves and take it up. So a fingerprint go out upon that bag, you know, and I know it's a bag. Yes, we are going to the first break. We're going to come forward. We're supposed to talk to Kwame McPherson. So we could take the break and come forward. So we're going to talk to the winner of the Commonwealth Writers' Prize, Kwame McPherson. Good night, sir.
Good night, Muta. Good night, man. Good night. Thank you.
All right. You have to pardon me ignorance, you know, but you have to tell me, how does one get the Commonwealth Writers' Prize? You have to enter something, you have to send up a book. How them do that?
Well, it's funny enough, you know, what the name that you mentioned is the older name of the version, you know, it's now called the Commonwealth Short Story Prize.
Commonwealth what?
Short Story Prize.
Oh, short story, okay.
Yeah. So basically, just, you know, the competition really, but obviously if you know about it. But it is known across 54 countries, you know what I mean, and quite a number of people that enjoy it. About 6,642 entries.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So and then after that, they shot this 28, and they have five different regions and the Caribbean is one region. So there's 2 of us promoted Jamaica who were shortlisted, promoted the Caribbean after 5. So from a brother by the name of Dermot Namoy from Portland.
Yeah.
And then I won it for Jamaica, for the Caribbean, and then went on to the second round. I was internationally. So it's something that is known if you're in, you know what I mean, you're right in the competition.
So what was your story about?
My story is called Okohi. So it's O-C-O-E-E. And basically it was a story about an African Caribbean man, a Jamaican man driving through Florida. And while he's driving through Florida, he had this experience with police. The police and come and stop him and start disrespecting other black man. But whilst along the way, Okohi was a black town back in the early 20th century. And as you know, over the 19th century, early 20th century, there were many black towns. Okohi was one of these which was burned to the ground, was raised to the ground.
Oh, Juneteenth kind of burning.
Yeah, exactly. So
Black Wall Street, yeah.
So it's one of them things that, you know, 2 black men must have an incident with a white man and the white people, white supremacists and the racists burning on the town. It was a thriving town back in the day. It still exists today when it started out with a black town. So basically, it was the man's experience of driving and having an interaction with his past and his ancestors and how he, you know, appears suddenly out of the gloom and kind of rescue him, you know, and then there's a relationship, really the story of the element of ancestry and relationship and, you know, how we move with African people today. So it's an example of that movement, you know, so that's what the story is all about. It's about Africanness and African diaspora and story.
So you get to publish a book, you get to publish the story in a book or them do it?
Yeah, there's a compilation
of anthology, a kind of anthology like.
Yeah, of the award winners. And the story itself is available on www.granta.com and at granta.com. Say it again. Granta, www.granta.com, so that's granta.com. And there's a compilation that comes out from the Commonwealth themselves of the awardees of this year. Okay, so you get a reward or an award? Which one? You get an award, and you get a reward.
You get a reward too. That is beautiful. I eat now. Everybody I get an award. I get no reward, you know.
No, get an award and a reward.
A nice reward.
Yeah, a nice reward.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Talk, man.
No, never say, but I must mention before you ask the next question is that we know it from a long time, you know. We know it from when we come to London and run bread doggy, you know. And bread doggy bring it to London and everything else.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man, we know it from them time, but it's been if you see me, you recognize me.
Let me not see you, man. You forgot, you never come to me and tell me, say, you're supposed to be on the program and...
Yeah, man.
Let me remember, remember, so you come to me and say... Man. Wow, yeah. A small world, you man, believe you, me. And I'm going to help you to write the thing to never know.
Well, they tell you the influence is because they keep asking me who influenced the right children. You mentioned you're one of the people influenced.
They will do about All right, so what next? What next? What are you going to do next? You'll keep on writing.
Yeah, man, keep on writing. The story itself has taken on a life of its own, and one of the things people are asking for is a prequel and a sequel. They're asking for it to be longer. They're asking for it to be a movie.
I know that I was black, because it sounds like it's a nice movie.
Yeah, man, and because it is where it is, I'm going to try and see if I can pitch it to some producers and see what I can get.
Yeah.
Because I can't see a movie in it, you know, so it's just a matter of...
It sounds like a movie because the Black Wall Street thing is really something else, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not doing more. The rule for black family, they're not going to get burned to the ground.
Of course, yeah.
Some people, and a lot of people don't want to come in. When I'm sharing the story, a lot of people didn't realize that. Because it's like, even when you start to read it, and like, the more the mind, I said, boy, I never realized that the African diaspora in itself has these kind of rich, kind of various elements in my story that draws on the African diaspora. So it draws on folklore, it draws, like I say, draws on African spirituality and ancestry, it draws on an African Caribbean man who has depression. So there's various things in the story that drawn out within it and which people are awed by, you know. So yeah, man, it's a lot more to come with the story. But aside from that, I do ghostwriting and book mentoring and all that kind of stuff, you know. So I'm a book coach. So I help other people write their own story.
So you're going back to England or go stay?
No, man. I'm going to Jamaica.
You still in Jamaica?
Look, hey, let me tell you something about that. I 9 times entered the competition, you know. 9 times. And the one time we entered Jamaica, the 9th time, we're not going back to England. 8 times before.
That's why I know the reward big, you know, because you see, you don't let Jamaica know that the reward big. All right, sir. Well, Bridget, I want to make it a movie. You can't if you narrate the movie here, sir. That's all you can say.
Don't worry about it. Some backers and everything else and everything. Yeah, man,
all right, sir. Yeah, man. Give thanks, Richard. Yeah.
Bless.
Kwame McPherson, we now have the Commonwealth Writers Prize, and the man said, "Now go back to England. You get a nice reward. Hey, you're supposed to give me a percentage, right? You know, because about that time when you call up the name." All right, sir. Yes, yeah, man. It's a good thing that out of how much 600 odd, enough people that for win beat, you know, 600 odd people, no people that. 6,000, say. Right. So, yeah. Oh, gosh, man. No, man, the reward supposed to heavy. I mean, know how much to you know, but I don't tell nobody. Wait, hey, Kwame, we know how much you know, but I don't tell nobody. Yes, sir. I don't want to corrupt you. Okay, so there with you. You know, it's very interesting that I don't know if she's up on the line yet, but we have a sister who we're going to interview, and she did out for so long. And she one of the most riveting book that a woman can read. And man too. It named The Sacred Womb. And I think it's about 20 years ago we interviewed her on this program, and she and her brother named Pata. I think was her husband at the time. I don't know if them still there together, but we'll find out. But our book, I think it should be a must read for everyone who's involved or want to be involved in a certain kind of spiritual reckoning with themselves. Yes, I would tell anyone, I don't know if it's still in a print neither, I'm going to find that out too. We used to sell it in the bookstore. But that is a book, that is a book of reckoning, man. And I would suggest, well, maybe she bring some because she will be at the Ital Fest. And you're going to want to hear her. Her name is Queen Afua. She has so much things to say as it relates to healing. Healing. Because most of we now need healing because We are all traumatized, man. We have been traumatized from we left the coast of Africa. And even more now traumatized because we get so involved in our slave masters' behaviors that when we start to jolt ourselves, we realize what the hell is going on. The things that we are doing to ourselves and that has been done to us is so weird. So weird, man. And funny thing, white people, the amongst if we know, say, them linger. Because the things them where, even the Virgin talk about how them burn down this community. You have thriving African communities in America who was thriving over the years, and them come and burn it down. Serious burn down. Okay, so before we bring her, we're going to play this. For
Mutabaruka.
oh gosh, man, may I tell you, man. Long time, man.
Long time. Oh, it's such an honor to be with you.
Oh gosh, man. I played that deliberately, you know that. I played that deliberately.
You blew my mind. Okay, you don't look like that. The place is off my eye.
Oh gosh,
That was
man.
the indwelling healer. I said, wait a minute.
Yes, yes.
Mutabaruka has the indwelling healer. Oh, goodness, get that.
I'm still here. Just like you, I'm still here. I'm still here just like you. Trust me, man. The sacred womb still linger in my head. The sacred womb still linger in my head. And you see that now you're coming back to Jamaica. How long you haven't been to Jamaica?
How long has it been since I've been? It must be a good 15.
Yeah, more than that.
years.
Oh, you
And
see?
I've come about 5 times over the years. I've been to Jamaica. I love Jamaica.
Yes, yes,
I love
yes,
the
yes.
ice of life. So, in the natural food and the natural living.
Yes,
And the
yes.
weather, the sunlight. So, I do miss it. I'm honored that I'll have an opportunity to be there once again.
It's nice.
I know I'll have to see you. Are you coming to the fest?
Yes, 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 yes. The Ital Fest. The Ital Fest. You'll be here for it.
I
All
will
right.
be there for it.
All right, now, I don't want to interview you. I want you to talk because I know you have a lot to say, and I want you to give the people them a little peep of what you will be offering them when you come to the Ital Fest. So I'm going to give you the mic, and you just speak. I'm not going to cut you at all. Just speak.
I give thanks and praise. Well, one of the things that I want to share with is that what we consider as in America and throughout the many parts of the world, we look at holistic health as European, that they created that concept. But in my knowing and in my research and in my learning and my DNA, all holistic medicine, I classify and call it African natural lifestyle. And in the research, everything dates back to our culture, our tradition, to be able to heal ourselves with nature. So our ancestors, from the beginning of time in the land of Kemet, the Black Land, it was African natural lifestyle, aromatherapy, African natural lifestyle, hydrotherapy, African natural lifestyle, fasting, African natural lifestyle, yoga, meditation, African natural lifestyle, aromatherapy, color therapy, African natural lifestyle, reflexology, African natural lifestyle, journaling, African natural lifestyle, astrology, African natural lifestyle. It's all African natural lifestyle. So when we take on a holistic lifestyle, we're actually taking on an African natural lifestyle. And we study the elements as medicine: air, breath, live food, sun-cooked food, fire, sunlight, being restored with the sun's energy, the melanin people, water, flexibility, whole food that restores the kidneys, prevents edema, allows you to flow and learn from all your relations, to the earth, which is the soil, and the mud that helps to heal us, and the plants is well out of the soil, that is rich soil that helps to restore us. Air, fire, water, and earth. All of those teachings date back to African natural lifestyle, the first people, us. They say we're dead. They say our way is no more. And that the ancient healing Nile Valley legacy is thousands of years ago. But we, Mutabaruka, we are here, and we do remember. It is large in our DNA, tapped down deep in our melanin, our community. So we travel deep within, and we fasted and we prayed. And then one day, one by one, then two by two, then thousands began to wake up to the ancient healing Nile Valley legacy. And we are here, and we do remember. And so as we purify ourselves, coming off of dead foods, so I love the fact that myself and Dr. Iris Latam, that we're going to be able to do something together, because they call me the mother of holistic healing and womb wellness. And I, here in my position, there is a balance between the masculine and feminine. Dr. Iris has held the hem of this work of healing our people through plant-based natural living. And we have a history. We have a history that we joined each other 40-some years ago on this wellness path in Brooklyn. We had changed our medicine. I did body work and colonic irrigation at the time. And he came into to Brooklyn to teach the live foods.
Yes, I remember.
The raw pies. And it's so delicious, and everything is so much medicine, and all of the food is encased with sunlight to allow us to be radiant and vibrant. So to share the space with him is so extraordinary.
I first met Iris in California. With this person, he passed away now though, this activist. I don't remember him name, I still remember him. Anyway, and he brought some food to me, and when I look at the food, man, oh gosh, man, and it says sun-fired food. And I say, yes, this is it. And from I know him till now, anywhere in the world, we have been into Africa together. It was in Flatbush, when it was on Flatbush. Yes. I mean, everywhere him see me. Him always find me and bring the food, come give me, man. May I tell you, man. Wonderful. But I want you to mention your two books that has influenced a lot of people. And I hope you bring some of them that the people can get it to buy. The Secret Womb. Tell the people about it. I know it's a long time book for you, but it's still new.
Yes. The first book is Sacred Women. Now 23 years in, and it came out in 2000, and then it was an anniversary, 20 anniversary book. It came then again in 2020. And that book has gone around the world, around the globe, and it's helped, I know, but this point of main women, Black women, African women, to recapture their culture, to recapture that natural medicine, because the woman is the primary healer of the home. And when she knows how to use food and herbs and juices and tea, water, and dishes, food made from the garden, then she has the ability to heal herself, but also heal her family. And I have this concept of, I have a book that will be actually repurposing and launching by the time that I get to Jamaica. And that is Food is Medicine from the Global City of Wellness. And I base it on 7 kitchens of consciousness. The Soul Food Vegan Kitchen, to the Live Food Kitchen, the Emerald Green Kitchen, the Fasting Kitchen, the Healer's Kitchen, the Liberation Kitchens of Consciousness. And I have in there for 300 recipes. And so extraordinary because in the Live Food Kitchen, I honor Dr. Haris in the Live Food Kitchen.
Okay.
I looked up his work. I met him again in Jamaica. He was in Jamaica, and I flew out. He had a live food training, and I co-trained with him. myself and Simone Grafton, my Bangladesh. And so we have a long-standing, relationship. So, I'm lifting him up in that word. So those are 7 teachers of consciousness. One of the things I want to say in Jamaica is there is something that, let's stay on that for a moment, because food is medicine. And I just had the privilege to, I know there's a documentary coming out from Dr. Sadie, and I had the privilege to give my portion of that relationship. I call him one of my wellness comrades on the journey, another wellness warrior that did not let up, and he did it all the way from his living body to liberty until he became an ancestor, and he left with him a legacy of healing. And that's what we must do. I must give honor to also Dr. Africa, Valua Africa.
Yes.
And Holistic Health is so he was a great friend on this quest. And so, I think of them because they have had impact in my life, and I will continue to pray that have impact in our people. So the 7 teachers of kindness really get into the food of it, get into the medicine of it, and how to eat it. One of the things that I learned is the 12 hours of the night. The 12 hours of the night shows up in Tutankhamun's resting place. And this says a little bit, if you can get this principle, one can receive it, they can really elevate in their healing. And when the sun, I remember going to Canada and looking at the resting place and Tutankhamun's resting place, and you saw these swords all around his burial ground. It was a battlefield throughout the night. Well, we can lay down that battle if we will heal during the daylight. And in the daylight, if you take foods that are of light, then we are taking in sunlight. And when you take in sunlight through the sun's rays, through the food that captures the sun, and we take that in, we really become illuminated. We become balanced. We become supernatural in our state, which is to be supernatural. And we become creative ones. So we become entrepreneurs. We begin to be independent thinkers, and we build our own works and schools and our lives, and we're self-sustainable. But as it is, when the sun goes down in the 12 hours of the night, from sunset to sunrise, when your sunset is at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, it moves all the way through the night, and when you rise up in the morning, that's the sunrise. During that time, those 12 hours of the night, particularly while you're awake, the first part of it, maybe those 4, 5, or 6 hours you're awake, but how to capture the magic, the power, the potency of the 12 hours of the night. You must not eat solid food, even if it's some food. The goal is that you liquefy. That means you're on a fast. When the hours, when you hit that sun, when the sun goes down, you go in. Just like the sun goes into the heavenly body of Mother New to quench her ancestors. And when those 12 hours, it goes into her body. But the sun must go into our bodies. And while that is happening, that's transformation. That we can take in our herb teas, liquids, fresh liquids. You can take in your live, fresh juices, green juices to repair and build the tissues itself, the memory. You can take in the fresh fruits, the berries, and the papaya and the mangoes. You can take them in a liquid form. You can take in your water and lime juice. You can take in your healing bath or your ocean bath, healing bath in your home or an ocean bath. That is what you can do on those hours from 6 o'clock until the time you're going to rest. Now, when you rest in that experience, you're not sleeping. You don't sleep. What you do is what I just said. You rest during that time that you close your eyes, you rejuvenate, you process life, you understand life, you grow through it, and when you rise up with a vision. Not a dream, but a vision. When you get a vision, that is from on high. That is from from the divine. And that vision could be, what is your purpose? You want to find out your purpose of why you're on this planet, what you to do to manifest and manifest that purpose, and how to do it, and where is the funding to be able to do it, and how the funds come to you because you're living out your purpose, which is your vision. And you receive that. You rise up at 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning, and now you rise up with knowledge, supernatural knowledge. You rise up with clarity. You rise up with answers to your quest, and this is the power. So that is what I want to share. We know of celebrating for the nervous system, internal accident to give it a book, arthritis, and beets will help to purify the blood, and papaya will help to with your digestive system, and the berries help to strengthen the blood, and the garlic and the scallions help to break up asthma and allergies and hay fever. And so, and the clay will help relieve pain when you put a poultice on the body. So that is what I live by. Yeah. And those who read my book, Heal Thyself, Save the Woman, or Get the Food is Medicine, 7 Kitchens, Taylor Run, 7 Kitchens of Consciousness, will have an experience and live it as well.
Beautiful. And you know that, I want to tell the people who's listening that the sister have many things, many more things to say. Many more things to say, you know. We're going to take a signal at times to the ITAL Fest in St. Anne. Get some more information when this interview finish. And we hope that people will go. It's a different kind of festival. I must tell you that it's music, it's food, it's spirituality, it's fun. It's something that you'll never see before, because you know, the ITAL thing kind of get people shaky sometimes. It's because them don't know, when you say ITAL, them think, boy, I don't want no Rasta food without salt and without sugar and all them something. But I guarantee you that if you taste Irish food, you will not believe, if you use your whole heap of meat and your blood and all them something, you will not believe that this food was not fired up under one pot with a stove and all them something there. You know, it's a bridging where we make you feel like you eat cooked food when it's really sun food. And you have many more like him there too, many more. But we just want to tell you, because this sister, and I know many ones who is doing, even me hungry, is students of Irish. Most one that I know in America who do raw food, and in Africa, is student of that brethren. And this sister, most one I know in America, most sisters I know in America who get into themselves as woman was influenced by this sister here who is here speaking now with that said book that you are talking about, Sacred Womb. What is the name of the other book again? I can't remember. What's the name of the other book?
The other book is Heal Thyself for Health and Longevity.
Yes, Heal Thyself. Yes.
Yeah. That book was written about 35 years ago. And still, it is still a need because it's still need to heal ourselves. Yes.
Yes. Well, sister, I want you to know, say, you'll be well accepted and appreciated. Trust me. Because there's a lot of ones now. When I had you first on this program, there was not a lot of people who was into what we call now vegetarian food and, you know, spiritual awakening and all these things, you know, yoga. But there's a lot of young sisters right now who's into these things who will turn up to hear you speak and get your advice. Trust me. So want to give thanks. Give thanks for a picture not going to be here long enough that I can have you for the whole 4 hours. I remember the last time you was there for 4 hours. You know, so, you know, give thanks. And I came to your temple. Remember, I came to your temple. I think it was Brooklyn.
I remember.
In Brooklyn.
Thank you so much for coming. So you're still the barefoot healer?
Yeah. Barefoot healer. I want some healing at home myself. The amount of things we are going on Jamaica, I need some healing.
I will do some things for you.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to bring you with me breath of life, and I'm going to hand it to you. Because that's to keep your lungs strong, vibrant, and healthy. It just breaks up all congestion. and so you can breathe fully and keep charged up, so you can keep charging us up. I'm going to bring you, Mutabaruka, I'm going to bring you the clay. Because I know if there's any pain in the knees or the back or the ankles, when you apply it with the pulses, it will just go into the bone while you're sleeping and repair and restore. So I'm going to bring those two gifts for you and just say thank you so much for your years of love and dedication to us.
You know, it's amazing that I am now seeing some books. When I break in my mind, send me a book named Earthing. And when I look in the book, it is promoting barefoot walking. And I've seen that is a very popular thing now on YouTube where they are recommending that you walk barefoot. And I say, wow, look at that. Look at that.
Look at that biomagnetic power from the earth, from the soil.
But I tell you,
touch the ground and we grow better. So yes, you're ahead of your time.
Bro, me I tell you, say, the other time when Rasta walk, people say, dirty Rasta, look at him foot and this and that. Now people are promote walking barefoot, just like Ital food. When we talk about Ital food, people now promote vegan. Now them call it plant-based. Plant-based. Yeah. We have to Ital them now say vegan, lacto-vegetarian and all these talking. And now barefoot now become grounding and earthing and all these things. Anyway, that's where it goes. Anyway, give thanks, sister. Give thanks. Give thanks. Looking forward to see you again. Yeah, man, Irie. Yes, that was Queen of Four, man. Me I tell you, sister up there. Me I tell you, trust me. She up there. Long time I've talked to her, long time ago at place. And, oh gosh, man, I never asked her about Potter. I played the thing I never asked her about him. Okay. Yes. Yes. Music out of Ethiopia, tribute to Bob Marley. Me I tell you, some things in the earth are where if you start to experience them, you'll realize that we're just in a little box, right? Or so. There's so much things to experience outside of Jamaica, man. You know, I mean, when you go out there, you realize about wait. Which part I believe I want a little bird nest, man. I don't know. And then you start to realize how other people think and how other people react to situations. So sometimes when you think, say, your way is the only way, you have people outside of earth who don't even know your way and have for them way. So when people start to impose things on you, you realize that is for them imposition. It have nothing to do with the reality out there. Especially we were domiciled in these farm and slave plantation island. So we get domiciled and we get closeted. We're in our box with 4 walls and 2, 1 top and 1 bottom, and we get closed in and we don't have no key. We have to find a way to bust out. And when we get different ways to bust out, we start to say, no, me don't want to live here. And I can wear the master clothes and eat the master food and even married to the master children too. So why should I want to bust out? I don't know we're out there. If you only knew. If you only knew. You would have realized that the man them who come before and the female them who come before who was talking these ways like why I'm talking now was here to set your mind free. Set your mind free. And how much of we don't realize, how much of we realize that we are in bondage and we start to love how it feels to be in bondage. We start to love the slave master. We start to love the slave picnic them. Slave master picnic them. We start to love the slave master daughter, our master, in son. We start to love them slave master clothes, slave master food, and terrible of all, we start to love the slave master, God. Let's stop this. Good night, Mother Moses, Queen Mother Moses. Good night. Oh, you do?
I'm so blessed and highly favored.
All right.
Greetings out there in Radio Land throughout Global Empire Arc. We know we're talking about Mutabaruka and all over the world.
I should have give you, I should have make a jingle for me, man. I should have make a jingle for me.
What of my memory? Rules.
All right, look here. I'm not going to interview you. You see, I'm going to make you talk. Because I know you have so much things to say that I don't want to keep questioning you. So I want you to tell the people the work that you're doing in America, in the prisons. I really want you to tell them and make them hear what you're doing. So I'm not going to cut you, and I know say you don't want me to cut you neither. So
not necessarily true there, because I respond well to questions. However, I can give an overview, and from that you can ask questions that I can follow up on.
Okay, all right, go through.
All right. Yes, beloved. Well, on January 9th, 2014, I officially became the first ever Rastafari female prison chaplain anywhere in the world. And that came about because I, as Queen Mother of the Rastafari faith, and yes, the ancient of the Nyabingi orders, had come up to America, giving thanks to our matriarch, none other than Nana Faraika, who worked with the Smithsonian to bring the elders up to New York and the Smithsonian in Washington. I and I in Atlanta had been meeting as the children of the 12 tribes of Israel, standing up for Nyabingi order and recognizing ourselves through the 12 tribes of Israel. So we sent an offer, an invitation, and to cut a long story short, the ancient elders came to Atlanta, and I housed ones in different locations. You know, Mama Bubbles was living with me at one time, and, you know, the others definitely. So, to fast forward to where we are now, we do run a prison ministry out of Atlanta at the federal level, at the Atlanta General Penitentiary, where our prophet, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, had been imprisoned. Additionally, I am a lecturer with Emory University that does do a course in Rastafari for masters and PhD religion students. And in that capacity, I have been blessed to be able to have a range for all different faiths who are studying and have chosen the Rastafari faith as one of their electives, regardless of what they were majoring in for their master's and doctorate. And we brought them to Jamaica and brought them to Bubba Hill and the different Rastafari mansions so they could see the social environment in which the faith was born into and continue to be maintained and lived. From that, it seems that the Babetta Christian Church of Haile Selassie, founded by Abuna Fox, had been in New York State Department of Corrections, and when a female had been hired as the director, they had decided that they were no longer going to be serving that population because they don't take orders from females. So for about 3 years, they were Rastafari imprisoned throughout New York State without any prison chaplain to serve them. And when the request came, we had a meeting, and Dr. Erskine from Emory University, myself, and Iras Levi, who heads the ARC Prison Ministry, and ARC is Almighty Rastafari Kingdom, we all met and we agreed that we would go and serve the training of all of the chaplains and the deputy superintendents of programs in the prisons. That would be equivalent, I guess, to the deputy wardens in the islands. So, unfortunately, at that time, because the Rastafari population needed a spiritual lead, and I went to all of the mansions and let them know that there is opening for the congregation of Rastafari that's in prison to be serviced. No one wants to go back into prison. After those Levites, priests from the Babeta Christian Church of Haile Selassie, had walked off the job with Abuna Fox. So the presentation and training was a full week, going over the tenets of the faith, dealing with issues within corrections. And there had been a federal law that had recently been passed called Ray Lupa for religious land use for imprisoned persons act. And there were different issues that had to be worked out. So I had to step up and say, if no male Rastafari stepped up to the jobs that had and was currently available then and now, because we still need, then I would have to step up as the chaplain. And that is how I became a statewide prison chaplain in New York State Prison Ministry.
All right, hold on. I'm going to take it step by step here. First of all, we don't know what a chaplain is, but what is it that a Rastafari chaplain do in the prisons? Because you mentioned first...
Hold on. What is being done now is two different things. I offer a range of services, not only to the Rastafari population, but since 2019, I was actually appointed as the coordinator of the WebEx MTP, which is Ministerial Training Project, that is using WebEx, a program similar to Zoom, to deliver ministerial services and training. And the population that I am serving, I do curriculum development, and the chaplain of the faith actually delivers the training. The Sunni Muslim, the Shiite Muslim, the Nation of Islam, the Native Americans, and the Rastafarians are the population that I served. When I went to Docs almost 10 years ago, 9 years, that was January 14, there were about 2,000 registered Rastafarians throughout the 55 prisons. At that time, the Rastafari faith was described as an emerging faith. They did not consider it a major faith, just emerging as a faith. At that time, the Roman Catholic Church was the number one major faith, Protestant number 2, Islam number 3, and Judaism, Jews were number 4. Since I have gone there, and the very first time I went into the, I am housed with the commissioner and the deputy commissioner and assistant commissioner in central office at that level. And I was brought into a meeting with those and the legal advisor, and my loyalty to the department was questioned. And I told the deputy commissioner at the time and the gathering that they must know that I speak truth to power, family, friends, and foe. And the truth is, I did not come to the Department of Corrections for the Rastafari. I came for the youths. They did not understand what I meant. However, the Rastafari brethren, they have the patriarchal attitude, and I know that if they did walk out on a population that needed them because they did not want to take instruction from a female director, then what I would be up against. But I knew that the youths, black youths, were second, and some of them even third generation that had no spiritual foundation. They had not gone to Sunday school or church, neither had their parents and even grandparents. That's where we are and where the reality was. However, the law had come through and we had to separate young youths from the adult population. There was also a law called Pre-Prison Rape Elimination Act that we had to ensure that the safety of these young people that were coming to us, that we would be responsible for, etc. And so we had one prison that was designated to house the young people under 21. And I was blessed that the superintendent at that prison was a female Jamaican. So I got connected with her, and together we came up with the plan that I would come and deliver a Black History Month program to the entire population of youth. 3 years I did that. At the end of all of my training presentation, I would ask them, what is it that they got out of the training? And the first thing in each of those 3 years that they would say, individually and collectively, that no, they know that their identity is of royalty and not based in slavery. That's what Rastafari has done.
All right, Madam Moses, hold on, Madam Moses. I could go back quickly. We are talking about the chaplain, you say the chaplain in the prison. What is it that you used to do as a chaplain in the Atlanta? You said Atlanta first and then you go to New York. But when you started out
in Atlanta for the federal penitentiary, the Atlanta General Penitentiary, we would be going in during the holy days and delivering programs. But I actually was teaching the graduate student, masters and doctorate at Emory University in their School of Religion. So my background is very eclectic. All of my training was preparing me for this. My undergraduate degrees, my undergraduates are in the arts, business and public communication. I do have, Master in Higher Education Administration and Supervision, Masters in Psychotherapy and Clinical Social Work, Doctor of Divinity, Doctor of Biblical Studies, PhD in Religion. I'm a certified paralegal, certified instructional system design specialist, certified tourism asset specialist, certified...
Moses, we just want to get something clarity or so. We're going back to the chaplain thing, I know what a chaplain is. But you say when you were a chaplain in the prison, what is it that Madam Moses do when she says she's a chaplain in the prison? Because we know what chaplain do, but I want to know, as a Rasta woman.
And I deliver curriculums throughout the prisons currently. And
based upon Rastafari.
Multiple facilities there that way.
Based upon
I would do site visits to different prisons.
No, Madam Moses, you tell me, say, I can't stop you and ask a question, but you're not asking no question. I say, what is it that you do as a chaplain, as a Rasta woman? What do you say as a chaplain?
I'm giving you an idea of what my duties are. I work every other week based on my choice. They wanted to hire me full-time, but I have other duties, so I only work every other week. 1 week, I am developing curriculum materials, not only for the Rastafari population, for all different populations. I even develop curriculum materials for the Mormon Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and different other faith systems. Now, the weeks that I do go on site visits to the prison, when I go to a prison I have an introductory meeting with the executive team, which is the superintendent, the deputy superintendent of programs, the deputy superintendent of administration, the deputy superintendent of security, the deputy superintendent of Prison Rape Elimination Act. We discuss what will be my agenda for the day. I go and I deliver training for 2 hours with the Rastafari population who are out on a call out. After I deal with them, I go to the special housing units. That's where they are in solitary confinement or in different reasons for being in special housing units. They are not in the general population. I see whoever are in those population individually, give them a short motivational presentation and handouts, because every single month I create curriculum materials that deals with that month and the relationship with that month with social, cultural, and historical facts. For example, for July, the curriculum materials that I'm developing would be, under the July moon, there are 3 individuals I'm highlighting for 2023. Mussolini, that's born July, Emperor Haile Selassie, and from South Africa, Nelson Mandela. How are they connected? Emperor Haile Selassie did a passport with, as a journalist, Ethiopian journalist, and smuggled Nelson Mandela out of South Africa. And the relationship between the Muslims and I, that after Malcolm X had gone and done his pilgrimage and had actually been at the second meeting of the Organization of African Unity, he came to America and he started the Organization of African American Unity. But Marcus Garvey also collected petition for one court for what was happening with black people. And Emperor Haile Selassie had actually used that petition to the World Court to bring charges against South Africa and apartheid. So, what I am doing is delivering spirituality, social, and cultural information, not religion, because we know that the Rastafari faith is not about dogmas. It is a spiritual faith movement that has come on earth to upend and put in the right way what the African is supposed to be, because we know that the Creator only created one set of people.
All right, hold on. We're going to take a break. None? All right. Okay, so we're going to go back to Queen Mother Moses. Yes, Mother Moses.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So every single month I deliver different things. I do brochure that has to do with the month. I also do a PowerPoint presentation. That's how I deliver the Zoom. And I also do a newsletter that is called RAS. R for Rastafari, A for academic, and S for spirituality. The Rastafari Academic Spirituality newsletter delivers religious and socially cultural relevant facts. The one that just ended, that was delivered for June, it took the month of June from 1777, when the U.S. flag was put out, to the June 7, 1892 African-American Homer Plessy. And you know Plessy was separate and equal, and the Supreme Court said you could be separate and you're still equal, and it is on, we come all the way to the Board of Education, the Brown Boarded Voice of Education. All of this impacts I. Why? Because Emperor Haile Selassie started his tour of North America, which included Canada, in 1954, okay? And when he did that, America actually passed the Brown Voices Board of Education before he visited. Because guess what? The newspaper headlines, for example, this is one of the newspaper headlines of 1954 June. U.S. courts passes Brown Voices Board of Education before the 1954 visit of Ethiopia Emperor Haile Selassie. It goes on to say, integration on display for Selassie at the Capitol. And you know, the picture that is right beside that is actually a picture of, you know, a headline, a girl that the courts, the segregation was about. And of course, during that visit, Emperor Haile Selassie had also in June gone up into Canada, and a lot of things had happened when he had gone there. Including, was Canada's centenary year for one of their cities. He went on into Detroit. These are the things that's covered in the newsletter. So you see, what they are getting is information that individuals on the outside are not even being privy to. Okay? They will also be seeing how Select's special message to the Negroes in 1954 and how at that time, on June 8, in 1954, His Imperial Majesty told 1,100 of Chicago's top business and government leaders that unlimited opportunities existed in Ethiopia for the American capital and pioneering spirit. He also told the Chicago Defender in June 1935 that I am not only the Emperor of Africa, I am King of all Negroes everywhere, including those in the United States. So he actually came and when they find out, and claim them, this royal emperor, claim who never say a slave, because the 13th Amendment that abolished slavery in the United States said, when you're incarcerated, so if you're in prison, you're still a slave. So, you see, all about that slavery, a lot of it is. So now they have this identity of being royal. And this is when I go to the special unit to do my short motivational presentation, and I'm telling them, as a royal son of the King of Kings, royal behavior is expected. So get out of here, stay out of here, and show them that you're royal. That's their motivational presentation. And I ask them if it's fair. You understand? And when I am doing my presentation with them in the classes and the training I have to do, the first thing I let them know that I am here with a message and I represent the community. And I'm here to let them know that I am their community, the Rastafari community. We want them to come home. We do not want them to come back to our families and communities with the same attitude and behavior that got them imprisoned in the first place. And then I ask them if it's fair. And they always say, yes, Queen Mother, you owe us. So I have a population now of over 6,000 registered Rastafarians. And guess what? The Rastafari faith is now the #1 major faith in the New York State Department of Correction. And Roman Catholic is #2 with 4,000, and so it goes on. So the work moves forward. They are coming forward to our community, but with a different consciousness. And it is very important that the sacrament is legal. So I am able to speak to them. And I'm not preparing you to go and look for a job when you come out of here. You're supposed to be networking while you're in here. You're supposed to be getting those vocational skills we are offering you, such as learn, small engine repair. We do horticulture with them. We do all these kinds of things. So that, and there is building maintenance, cleaning of businesses. Let them know when everybody is sleeping, somebody has cleaned those big buildings. Get those skills. Get your networks together so you come home and deal with your small business enterprises. Those are the things. And that's why I have gotten young people who never have no faith to register as Rastafari, and the others to change from all of the major faiths to Rastafari. And that's why we are now the #1 major faith. And young people is reflecting what is going on outside, because the world is seeing Rastafari as them group. And I might stand up for this.
Yeah.
And we're not going to say no.
All right, Mama.
Yes.
You sound like you're doing a great work.
It's not
but wait.
Because
Wait, I can ask you something now. Where is Fox now? Where is he now? Fox.
He transitioned.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that the department recognized and sent that out, and I can contact
So
him.
the same organization is no more? That's what I say?
No, he is no more. The acquisition is still down there by Coronation Market. Down there.
Okay.
And they also have in Brooklyn. They have in Brooklyn.
I know them are down Coronation Market, but I never know them still down there.
Yes, they're still there.
Them still there. Okay.
Yeah. I haven't been there since COVID, I must admit, but of course, I went because, you know, they had written the governor and said I'm going sue them because they hire woman and woman can't teach man and that against all kind of thing. And
a joke business that still, joke business. Anyway, give thanks, Mama. Give thanks. Nice to hear you. Yeah, so where they know? Which part?
South Africa. You don't know it now? I know because plenty positive things we are doing all over the world. You know?
Yeah, which part they know?
Right now I'm in Atlanta. This minute I'm in Atlanta.
All right, I'm come Atlanta.
I'm completing. I'm doing 4 additional certification courses.
Yeah.
So that's what and I was supposed to be coming to Jamaica, but I decided to say, you know what, I want to finish them courses.
All right.
2 more left.
I'm come Atlanta soon. 2 months time I'm in Atlanta. Eh? Let me not keep in touch. Let me not fly by your line all the way. Come Atlanta, man. You laugh. You know why the people them know say name right on plane.
Well, you know, muta like I tell them again, say. You know, people like millionaire and multi-billionaire, what? I'm going to Rastafari get their name written on a plane and the room.
Oh, gosh, man, I tell you, man, it's sweet me, man, it's sweet me. I tell you, why? You know, a Rasta woman where her name right on plane, you know. And she can't go in there and come out any time she want. Yeah, man, give thanks, Mama.
Yeah, that's the only way, the only way we can do Rastafari work. You know, we give thanks to that blessing.
Yeah, give thanks.
I was able to open the airline industry to people with locks. When Delta Airline hired me, they had in their policy them don't hire people with locks or men with beard. We make them have to change all like that. The credentials got me the interview. And because you never get a second opportunity to make a first impression, the locks was done conservatively in a bun. I had on the right pinstripe suit, the right stocking, the right heels, and the right attache. And you see when I blow them away with them interview and whatever, and them offer me the job and I accept it, I let down the ear and let them see what they were missing.
And they can't let you go again. And they can't let you go again after that.
Industry open up to people with that.
Yeah, all right, give thanks, Mama. We're gone, yeah?
I am blessed.
All right, yes. But I tell you, it's posy, you know. Trust me, man, it's posy. You know, the man just said something a while ago where serious and dangerous. So them used to put bag over the slave them face when them are going to have sex. So that them don't know who them are going to have sex with. Could have been them mother, could have been them sister, girlfriend, anybody. It's a terrible thing that, you know. No, you hear all them something, hey, all right, you hear all them things there, you know, it make you rot, you know. So people so wicked to do all them something there. Anyway, yeah, greetings.
Cutting.
Yeah, cutting edge. You hear the man?
Yeah, man, Alabama.
Remember you, man, hey, but think say you watch your man or tornado fly blow you away.
Well, I tell you, if global climate not true, I tell you, know what else is not true.
Oh, your manage over there, man. Oh, your manage. Tell me how your manage over there.
Every day, man, every day I see you know.
But
we have managed, we have some color in the backyard, that's how we have managed, you know. That's how we have managed. Because, I tell you, so right now, yesterday we drive up on the road. The day I saw, the rain a fall, see? And when we go there, so look further, Spanish Stadium Road, the sun a shine. And then we go look further again, the rain a fall again. I mean, I say, we have a 3 different, much weather we see, within, like, not even a 1 mile radius.
So you're not a tornado?
No, you know, so we're not too dead, it's only because we're near the beach, you know, near the beach. Right?
Oh, yeah, near the beach.
You know?
Okay.
On the coast, yeah. So, but tornado, they mash up some place.
But every time you hear about the place, I mean, I use me a thing, pan, you know. So I wonder what is in that fear, man. Yeah.
So, yeah. Let me call me and hear what I talk about. So, I never really listen to the program for a long time, but every now and then, me shows, you know, me just kind of there on the line sometimes in him up, but
okay.
Yeah, man, there's some serious knowledge that you're dropping in night, you know.
Yeah. May I tell you, man?
Serious, man. Because see, now in a Florida, they want kind of take out the Blackish Street.
Blackish Street out of the school, them, yeah.
I mean, I say, hey, you have a man down in Florida, they are making some decision. Every day make a different decision.
Santos Indian, the Santos.
Man, I tell you, every day is something different, and when I check it, them I do things to suit themselves as usual.
Yeah, man. We don't know what kind of people them that, man.
Because when you check some of the law, then them set some some law we say like the people them can't buy car straight from like say Ford or Chevrolet, them have to go through the car dealer. You know, when you check who I'm biggest donation thing campaign are the car dealer.
Car dealer them.
So you see that again. So them make what them want illegal, and when them want to make legal, they make illegal again.
Yeah. They did a fight with Disney. No, Disney World. They did a fight with Disney World.
Yeah, I'm thinking more than Disney still, because I work for people them give job, but them I say most of the people them down in Florida they decide them empty and them where they.
Yeah.
And the person has tell me so what they 100 acre a watermelon just go to waste.
Well, I hear one black organization that call upon black people not to go to Florida. To boycott Florida, that I hear one of them that say, terrible man, brother, dangerous man.
Yeah, and the people them are 14, you know, so them not educated, they look at backbush people. They say,
redneck.
Pressure reach them, they must say, but this man have kill it.
Terrible man.
The food will get expenses, and if the food can't get the food, and you know, so it's a thing. But yeah, me you more big up the reggae boys them do. Me see them make us proud over you, man. I tell you, believe you me.
And the cricketer them make you know want to watch cricket again.
Boy, me nobody they love cricket like me. Me and you be play cricket with me shelf in my yard, you know. Like all the score them. Oh, me you can't show me alone. I go make ball and settings to catch it alright on my whole side. Me love cricket more than.
Me used to play cricket in a Victoria Park. You know Victoria Park?
Yeah.
It now named Sir William Grant Park. We used to go to school and go in and go play cricket.
Yeah.
Don't
follow muta, don't start school.
Oh, me did hate school, man. Me not afraid to say it. Me never like school. I know me I keep school at night time.
Yeah, a different school. So, you know, I said, we big up the reggae boys. The moment I say, so me I look from Jamaica, and it's coming like a base camera around Jamaica right now.
Yeah, well, from the top go right to the bottom, from the top.
So we are talking to the association of scammers. All scammers out there we talking to tonight. They see when Brazil play World Cup muta. It seems like every man put on them machine, every man I watch World Cup, them feel nice, see?
Yeah.
So you already know, we are said. All of the energy that we're putting in our reggae boys them. So nobody buy no more gun, everybody can be gunman. That the occupation full up. See? What man them should do, and then they must say can go in the community and buy some football shoes, see? Buy some football shoes for the youth them. Buy some little football so we can produce some more football and Jamaica can reach the next few World Cup down the line and forward. How it sound?
Well, I hope them all listen. If
Brazil, man, them big for Brazil. Hey, sometimes you see when I World Cup can Jamaica, Brazil, you know. Jamaica, no, Brazil
can't do nothing wrong at all for Jamaica.
Yeah, tell them.
No, but then I did them do that cheer for Argentina, you know. I will put them do that cheer. Some could sell out to that cheer for Argentina, you know.
Alright.
Yeah.
You know, the Brazil man and watch them. That you Brazil drop out, a man have to carry somebody. You understand? But hold on there. You know, say, a while ago me I talk to Queen Afua, right? And me I tell her, say, she come out Jamaica, and she say, boy, I did ride on my time because I walk barefoot. And I say, you know, say, a man, when I'm a brother, them send me a book named Earthing. I talk about barefoot. No, you send me the book. Yeah, still I talk about that book up to now, man.
No, you wait there. No, you send me the book.
Yes.
Oh, gosh, man. No, this is amazing, man. Me just talk about the book, you know. And hear the man who sent me the book. You never listen to the program?
No.
You never hear her? That's amazing, man.
No, you never hear that part there. I don't say one day I tell somebody about the Earthing, because you remember, I really, when you buy, you have a mat when you buy, and then them hear the book, you know. You understand? So when you do the mat, you plug it in the grounds in something, and you spread it on your bed, and it's like you make your grounds, you know, and doing it out the door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
You know? Yeah. And then like when you buy that now, them give to what the book them said with.
So it's Earthing, so you can't walk barefoot and free. Yeah. You give me the book. Yeah. No, but them have a movement to go on about that now, you know, about barefoot, you know. Them have a movement. But when I say it's amazing that I talk about it, you never listen to the program, and now you call and you give me the book. I mean, just remember the book.
I show, man.
Give thanks, man.
You see,
Yeah.
Everything,
Alright.
man, for real, man. We grounded, that's what we grounded, you know?
Of course. Give thanks.
You know what, me depend the YouTube, and you know, sometimes I listen to one thing, and the brother, they come up and they name Peanut Dread.
Yeah.
I mean, I say, I'm on my team, I talk some little thing. I don't talk that type of thing, but I the raw street knowledge I get and the knowledge from the older time. And when I talk about more at the courthouse and how they hand the national hero them and them things, I mean, I say, sometimes the people, they can't watch the message, they have to watch the message.
Yeah.
You know, see?
Well, them always do, you know. Them always look against the messenger and nobody deal with the message.
Alright, so yeah, man, we have big up Peanut Dread, man, you know?
Okay.
All these drop some old time story and them things. Nobody know about brother and Nancy and them things again and brother alligator.
Yeah.
Nobody know about that. I just TikTok and this and that and follow me, go, you have to follow me this one. You know? Yeah, man, the thing kind of get away. Social media, where the people, them not really social. Again, really, like,
them look mean. Mean, Rafa, them mean. Them mean, yeah. The people them on social media mean. Them unkind, yes. Them no heart.
This is 4 people sit down at a table. Everybody just, you know, them phones. So nobody knows what
Nobody talk to one another, yeah. Yeah.
Every man.
And they say there.
But we tune in, man. You tune in here sometime, man.
Yeah, man, I know you tune in, man. But we don't see that Fred say, them tight, turn near down and them something, they must damage up. You come see one whole town. One whole town, watch out and match up, you know.
You see, man.
You say, I can't lift up the year, you know, brethren. You don't know, man, take them picture there, you know. I tell you, the highway, I-95 broke way. You didn't say I-95 broke way?
Yeah, that's a way up the line. That's a way up.
Yeah, man, but like the main road from Florida go right up to upstate New York.
Right up.
One road carry go way up there, so. Part of it broke way, them fix it back. Them get a temporary fix.
I think. Yeah, them, you don't know them not spend long to deal with them things.
No, so them quick, man.
Travel nowadays.
Yeah, man. Anyway, give thanks, Virgin Fear, yeah, man. Give thanks.
The informative information presented in this video is motivational and is positively aimed at inspiring, educating and entertaining the viewers with the cutting edge of critical reasoning. If you enjoy the contents on the Black Radar YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to show your support.